Are we live? Are we live? Yay! There we are.
Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday. Hey, you guys. Hello. I think we're live over here as well. Hello, Facebook, YouTube. Ooh, happy Wednesday. My favorite day. How are we feeling? Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Anyone that is new to us, welcome in, you guys. We are Divine Femme. I'm Vanessa. Sarah, we are so happy to have you here. Please share where you are tuning in. Make sure my volume's down. Keeps on going up on Instagram. And we'll dive into this topic. Woo!
Yes,
There we go.
happy Wednesday, guys. Happy to see you guys tuning in with us. Hi, Nazreen. We
Naz,
see
my
you.
beautiful girl. Yes, Naz is incredible. Happy Wednesday. And I love this topic. This is powerful. It's two ways, these two special archetypes for becoming magnetic in your marketing and being a magnet to your soul business. And I love this because how many times, we're running an online business, we have an online business, and if you work with us, you're a spiritual entrepreneur, you maybe are someone that gets the downloads and you feel them come through, but then you kind of stall. What do? You cut it off with a self-sabotage, or maybe you have things flowing through, but you don't know how to like orchestrate that into the marketing. And I love this so much. This whole idea, you guys, of really making your new lifestyle in this magnetic marketing, where literally people will message you and say, "Oh my God, I came across your post. I feel like you were talking to my soul. Oh my God, this is exactly what I needed to hear. I feel drawn. I feel connected. I resonate." And what's so fun, Sarah and I talk about this all the time, is when you can tap into the channel that you are, right? It's amazing how one, unlimited the downloads, the content, the messaging can be, but also it removes all the stress when we can take ourselves out of our monkey mind and just literally go into that flow state. And that's what it's about today. And I'm so pumped just to kind of talk about these two powerful archetypes that will help you tap into that flow state, guys. Tap into that power more, which is when we do that, it's amazing what can transpire. The results, the magnetic magic sales we talk about all the time, but more importantly, just your voice, your work, your job of being the channel, right? And letting your message, your voice, that creation that wants to be expressed through you, to come through so that people can receive it and resonate it, and you can connect with your soulmate clients, which is what it's all about, and have this beautiful lifestyle of living in more fun, more flow, more freedom with your soul biz. So welcome in. Super excited. This is a fun one. These archetypes are hella fun. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. It's fun.
Yeah, these archetypes are also, piggybacking on the feminine and masculine energy that Vanessa and I always talk about balancing in your business. But the first archetype that we teach as far as I love the topic of multi-dimensional marketing because we work with energy healers, light workers, channels, way showers, star seeds that are receiving massive downloads. And so the first archetype that we love to help you activate inside Sacred Leader Academy is the High Priestess, which is really opening up your channel and allowing the messages to come through, the divine wisdom to come through, the guidance to come through, the message to come through. And part of this is really embracing your feminine energy in order to create the space to allow that to happen. It's not an accident. I see some of our clients on the live stream right now, and one's popping up a conversation that we had that oftentimes being out in nature, for example, being connected to nature allows these messages to come through, right? So really, this is why we so protect our creative flow in our spiritual business, and this is why we so protect our sacred space, and this is why we so make space a priority, creating space so the universe can fill it. If you're constantly stuck in your monkey mind, like Vanessa was saying, and you're constantly trying to figure out everything from the analytical mind to the logical mind, you're really sabotaging the divine downloads that want to come through. I mean, even Einstein talked about this. Some of his greatest ideas came through as soon as he would wake up, or the first moment before he became conscious of being conscious, the download would come through. And some of our greatest inventors would manipulate their system in order to get into a space where they could receive this higher wisdom to come through. So this is something Go ahead, Vanessa. I see
I
you
was
have
gonna
something to
say,
say.
and I have chills right now because why is this important, you guys? You know, it's so easy in this world where instant gratification and it's so fast. We're coming from, you know, business where if you we get up and we have to be in that hustle space, and a lot of our clients come from that corporate world where you're so it's in your body, so it can almost feel like, well, just like I'll just create some space. But you guys, like what Sarah just said, like is everything. So checking yourself right now, literally be real with yourself. What is your sacred routine? And more importantly, do you have a sacred routine? And most importantly, do you commit to it? Even when maybe you don't feel like the day is to do it, do you allow yourself to have gift yourself that time? It is so important because, like Sarah said, that's when you become the channel for the downloads that are just popping, waiting to come through. But if we're so in our head and we wake up and we instantly go to our phone, or we're stressing about what we have to do instead of giving ourselves the time to open up, like Sarah said, like especially in soul business, you guys, like tap in and like almost slow yourself down with us and breathe in the power in that. Feel
Hmm.
that. That was so, so good. Thanks, girl, for letting me interject. Mm.
It's no, it's not. It's so important because oftentimes, I see 10:10 on the clock as I look at this.
Yes.
Uh, the this is why it's so important to have consistency. And this is a whole nother video, so we won't dive into. This is why it's so important to have consistency and predictability and sustainability in your business so you can protect your creative flow space and you're not in this
Mm.
constant like seeking out your next client and seeking out everything and being this like hunter
Yes.
mentality, this over masculinated energy. So allowing
Mhm.
yourself to rest in your feminine in order to create the space, which is the first step in order to help activate the high priestess archetype within your energetic auric field, which then and your business as well. So this looks like so many different things for different people, but this is why we highly prioritize downtime, integration time, freedom, and space within your business model. So our clients are creating programs that do not strap them for their time, that are not trading dollars for hours, that are not making them work, 20, 30, 40-hour weeks. Our clients are creating programs that if they truly want to, and many of them do, and this is what Vanessa and I model, are taking to maintain the actual program a few hours a month, right? And so this obviously creates a lot of space for your creative flow to kick in so you can create other things and follow that thread. So without going down that rabbit hole, that's the first archetype. And it really, really rests on the fact of you being able to fully embody your feminine essence.
Mm.
Tapping in, this is an embodiment
Mhm.
piece. This is not something that can be faked. Like, okay, I'm going to create space today. This is how well are you nurturing yourself from the inside out? Are you resting? Are you allowing yourself to have space? Are you trying to
Mhm.
fill the void, fill the space with noise or activity or cell phones or
Oof.
messaging or actions within your business that are not divinely guided because you feel you need to go take the action in order to find the client?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
many of these overcompensating action things that you're taking in your business are
Mhm.
actually sabotaging your ability to rest and surrender into your divine feminine essence, which is ultimately what's going to help you open up your channel to fully receive, which one eventually will lead us to the other archetype.
Mhm.
But is this making sense? If you guys are resonating with this, we'd love to know in the comments, or if you're
Please.
watching this, if you're listening to this later on the podcast, we'd love to hear from you too. So find Vanessa and I on Instagram.
Yes.
The links are going to be in the show notes and stuff like that because we'd love you to come join the conversations live as well.
And I'd love to know too, just reverting back to that, like you ended, Sarah, on, the surrender into, which goes back to our biggest thing of trust, right? And so,
Mhm.
right, yes, we see some yes, that trust, you guys, like, and again, it is so, so powerful when you master these. So what can you do like right now in your business to move yourself in the direction of creating, like we said, that lifestyle of being a channel, being in flow and trusting? Because it's so much more freaking fun to run a business that way. And like Sarah said, it leads you to this marrying. So you have the high priestess and this marrying of the magician, which is so, so fun. Do you want to share the magician? It's like magic. I just love it. It's
The
cool.
the magician is one of the most fun archetypes to work with because it really requires you to step up your game and it's going to take you to your edge because the magician archetype, when you activate this within the magician archetype, is going to require that you have courage to take the actions that you are receiving, that you are guided. So first off, you got to open your channel and create the space for that to happen. and then the messages can come through. Then you have to take action on those. And so this is
Mhm.
really activating your masculine energy, just like I referenced before, these working with the feminine masculine energy. But the
Mhm.
magician archetype, the key with the magician is that you're willing to look foolish. You're willing to
Mm.
go all in and no
Yes.
longer hide in the
Mhm.
over questioning, overthinking, over analyzing,
Mhm.
over analysis paralysis. You receive it, it comes through, and then you take action on it, which is that masculine energy coming in, taking action on the guidance. So this is really balancing
Mhm.
the yin
Mm.
yang within your business, right? But the
Yeah.
magician archetype is willing to take that step, is willing to look foolish, is willing
Mm.
and when you can marry that divine masculine energy taking action side of you with with the full faith and trust by and
Mhm.
willing to look foolish on what you put out.
Mhm.
It doesn't even have to be silly. It doesn't have to be a silly thing, but like in your mind you'll question it. In your mind you will question it.
Yeah.
In your
And
mind you will have the fears pop up.
And again, why is this important? It helps us elevate, expand beyond this. We do a post or a creation that we are not really aligned with just to do it because we feel like we have to do it, and we post it. And then what are people doing? They're sitting around waiting for the validation, waiting for the likes, waiting for the comments. When literally there are some clients that might not even ever comment, but they're listening to you, and at the divine right time, they will contact you to come work with you. So a soulmate client is. But this is, can we see how powerful this can be? So now we're in this amazing, like, free flowing creative space and state where, like, it's again, it goes so beyond us. Like, if you resonate with Sarah and I, you are an influencer, you are in a soul business for a reason, because you felt the call, you've answered it, and there's something in there. There's something that can't not be expressed. Like, doesn't that get you so excited? We see some hearts. Hey, lovely Damien.
Yeah, this is I love that
Yeah.
what you just I love what you just shared. It can't not be
Not.
expressed, right? So when you feel moved, you move. Like when you can feel the momentum of something that's coming through that you created the space to receive, that's when you move with it. And so oftentimes we refer to this as in the moment marketing as well. This doesn't mean you can't save something until you receive it and then you want to put it out there an hour later or something like that. But I really challenge you, if you really want to see this in action and really see this in your most raw, authentic, vulnerable expression, which is going to be magnetic and magical, we also encourage in the moment marketing as much as possible.
Mhm.
So if you're feeling called to go say something or do something or post something or record something, do it now in the moment, whether that's a podcast episode when it strikes,
Mhm.
whether that's a live stream, whether that's a quick pop on your stories, whether that's
Mhm.
a quick post that you channel through. Allow
Mhm.
it to just come through and trust. Like if it's something else coming through, like your program, obviously, like, oh, it's okay, structure that, like put it together and it's coming through. Like you'll know the difference between whether what you're receiving is a program that's coming through or a message that needs to be shared. But you'll feel this fire element. You're going to feel the fire element within your being of something like
Mhm.
ruffling up in your solar plexus chakra, that really wants to be expressed, and you're going to feel it
Yeah.
start to bubble up in your system. You're going to feel this like fire element, and
Mm.
this is what you want to take action on, is that passionate fiery element, that
Mhm.
inspiration,
Mhm.
um, that that fiery passionate inspiration that's bubbling up. You take action on that in the moment as much as possible and get it out there without question and without filtering, and allowing yourself to do it courageously, even though your mind's going to tell you, oh, it's not going to be good enough, or it's going to look silly, or someone's going to this or that. This is why it requires that element of being
Mhm.
willing to look foolish, being
Mhm.
willing to be judged, being willing to look foolish. This
Mm.
is really where it gets magical and highly potent with the frequency of what it
Mhm.
is that you're putting out. And whether it's someone live listening to you or someone 5 years from now listening to it, it's a podcast episode or something like that. The energetic frequency of what is recorded when you're doing this is what's going to be, that's what they're going to be receiving, whether it's all timeless. So whether it's now or 5 years from now, when they stumble upon this content, that is what they will be receiving,
Mhm.
the frequency of the
Mhm.
creation while it is being created.
Oh god, that was so fucking good. I wanna tap in for one more second and have us, like, really, really understand that. You guys, like, did you hear what she just said? And more importantly, can we feel, since, not if, since everything is energy, every single thing, you are energy, you guys are energy. That is so fun to me because since everything is energy, it is so crucial that when you get that inspiration, and if you can't go live or you can't sit down and channel out a post, write it down or something to capture that, because that's the frequency that's going to go off into the ethers. And just that's why it feels like magic. It literally attracts. That's what we talk
Mm-hmm.
about, like attracting marketing. Hi, beautiful soul. We see you. But like, I have chills right now because it goes beyond you. There is a frequency that is more than your human soul. It's more, it's who you truly are. And that frequency is so effing powerful. We don't know where it's going to travel and who it's going to hit at the divine right time. We don't have to even worry about
Mm.
that. What is your job? Your job is to create your lifestyle, giving yourself sacred space to be the channel through that wants to come through you. It's done for you. Like everything is done for us. You show up courageously, which means you're not scared to get freaking messy, because divine feminine energy is messy, it's fun, it's creative, right? And that's, isn't that more fun than being like cookie cutter perfect? We both think so. So I mean, I know you guys do too. And then you allow these creations to come through because it's supposed to hit the divine right person at the divine right time, and it's mutually beneficial, and it all comes back full circle. It's so fun. That was so good. And then what do you do after you marry these two archetypes? Then you go into powerfully doing your messaging, and you're talking to your person, which is part of
Mm-hmm.
module 3, which is awesome in our SLA Academy. So
Yes.
super happy. What did you say? Needed this to show up. Yes, girl. And I'm not going to say your names. I don't want to out you, but girl, you are a channel. The beautiful comment that just came through, needed this to show up courageously and creatively. And even just you saying this in the comment right now is a frequency, and you're helping everyone else that's either listening to us or feeling it. But that's what it is. It's ripple effect. So yes. And you know me, my girl, I'm gonna challenge you, right? It's all about embodiment. What is one thing that you can do today? Take this frequency that we're on right now and do something courageously and creative. Doesn't mean you have to go extreme and go live or whatever, but can you go and give yourself like the time to write something? Can you go and give yourself the time to do something courageously and creative that you feel, and follow through and show yourself? One last thing, this gets me so excited. Show yourself, you guys, show yourself how powerful you are. And when you do these, what's going to happen is you're going to get more in the habit, in that lifestyle, like we talked about when we first opened. So now you're in this amazing, fun, flowing, prosperous business because you've mastered this lifestyle of it. Does that make sense?
Mhm. And one
Mm,
final thing, it's okay to take the one that scares the shit out of you. It's okay to
hmm.
do the action that scares you.
You
So
know what?
you can do the media, you can do the thing, but what's the
Yeah.
one that really is challenging to get out of your comfort zone? That's when courage is required. So what's that
And
going to be?
I have to, like, one quick thing. So we have 3 of our beautiful clients on here. Um, and I won't out you, but I'm gonna use your example. Thank you, ladies, so much for sharing your heart and being the example and giving other people permission. How interesting. 2 things. The one that normally scares you the most normally is the one that you have to freaking do, because I have chills right now. Because
Mhm.
behind, like on the other side of that massive fear is a massive impact. And I have chills. Like one of our clients right now, what did she do when we first came together? She knew, and you guys, you're so smart. If you're resonating with us, you guys are smart. You know it. You're in tune. You're tapped in. You know it. You hear it. You feel it. But why aren't we doing it, right? That's why we work together to help you get beyond that. But she knew she had to go live, and she hadn't. She knew she had to go live. So what happened when she went live? One, I mean, a ripple effect of how she made her ATK, and then literally watching her live now, it is so, it's magnetic, and I'm so proud of her. Our other person right here, I'm looking at you, your beautiful name, had this beautiful post I think we shared in the last live, where she admitted, and I love her for this, took her like a year to get beyond the fear. And now this woman created a podcast where there was like what 2,000 downloads or something. Like she literally, like how she shows up and how she's giving permission to other people. Like I have tears. Like it's so effing beautiful. And this is not about me or Sarah. This is about you guys. Like we're all doing this together, and you guys are the ones courageously stepping into your power, and that's what it's all about. So happy to be here. Love you
Yay.
guys so much. We'll be back on Friday. If this resonates, check the link in our bio for our free masterclass. And right now, this is so cool. Sarah's giving away for us. She's doing our free impact assessment, and she's a boss where she helps you close those gaps in your business. And then if it really resonates, we would love to welcome you into SLA, our Sacred Leader Academy, where we have some amazing divine leaders showing up, investing in themselves, and really, it's such a beautiful thing to witness. And we are all in this together. So love you guys so much. Yes, power is
Yay!
the
Happy
word for
Wednesday, you guys.
today. I love that, power. All right, love you
See
guys
you
so much.
Friday.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.